Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Corporate Crash Course. I am your Firefly for tonight, Cody, as we play more of the Wildsea. Tonight, we have a very special episode because the whole crew is together. Our two other intrepid explorers have been woken from cryosleep. And so, I guess the first order of the night is going to have Chris and Zoe introduce their characters.
Well, do you want to go ahead first? I'll go after.
No, he said your name first.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So, with the character I created literally almost like an hour ago, I am playing a ironbound, rootless slinger that I call Ruztie. So Ruztie.
Okay.
What's Rusty look like?
I imagine just pretty much just not even neatly cobbled, just like a cobble of just like any bits of scrap you could find. So like maybe something that looks like used to be a table leg but is a peg leg for him, and like I imagine just like probably just like almost like a claw, but it's like maybe a spatula and like just like goggles and like maybe just like different bits and bobs of the most random stuff you could find.
Sorry, Chris, can you just repeat the other parts other than Ironbound about your character? What are their aspects?
Oh, right. So he is Ironbound, rootless slinger.
Cool. All right, Zoe.
I will be playing Rero, a Mothrin.
Yeah.
Anchored. Mesmer.
Man, I'm so happy somebody went Mothrin.
I love bright lights.
Okay,
but what about your enemy that's just with a flashlight?
Arson.
No arson in the Wildsea.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's right.
Could be.
Cactar made a joke about that last week.
He did, and almost got
People were not
him.
impressed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez. Okay. So, thank you guys for that. So just a quick rundown of what we did last week. So last week we only had Wur and Cactar, who were sailing aboard the Skeleton Key, which landed at Three Masks, in search of their other two crewmates, found out some info, about, a ship that was supposed to be docked, but has not shown up as expected. The one-armed Scissor, I believe the group was cattily calling it the Knife.
That's just what it's called.
That's just what it's called. We've decided. Okay.
Retreat.
There were some lemurs that escaped. There was a few interesting encounters with the Zelicrae and the lovely ironbound lady, who is not able to leave her house, or I guess can now after Cactar smashed through her door.
Yep.
Just being helpful.
So I guess we start at the dawn of the next day. And I'm going to apologize now. I'm going to go on mute from time to time because I have to sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Sorry for that. Thank you.
The quietest that sneezes.
So I guess we're going to start at the start of the next day again, when our two kind of groups of crew members are supposed to meet up. I don't really know of a better way to get this to start. Then I assume Cactar and were slept on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think I need to sleep.
You don't. You are a sentient pile of driftwood. So,
Yeah.
who really needs sleep? Yeah, Zoe, were you expecting different? Do you know what an ironbound is? An ironbound
I
is...
didn't realize Nick was also.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Nick is also an ironbound.
Sweet, double ironbounds.
Yep. Yes, this party is 2 ironbounds, an ectus, and a mothrin. There's a joke in there somewhere.
Okay, so when you said he was a talking ship,
Yep.
I thought that was a typo.
No.
No, I see that is real.
No.
He is a ship. Got
He's
it. I've missed too much in
Yep.
one episode.
Yep. Oh, we got deep. It was a lot. Okay.
We actually stayed on the thrash, didn't go that deep.
Fuck. Yeah, you're right. That's some good old Wildsea lore for you folks. Well, hold on. I gotta complete the joke. Yeah, you didn't get into the tangle, Mike. You're right.
Although we don't know for sure where the pages from that manual went.
Nope. You floated on the proverbial leafy sea.
I used to play bass for proverbial leafy sea.
Ugh. Jesus. Anyway, so I guess it's really more up to Chris and Zoe, Rusty and Raro. How did you guys get to Three Masks? Were you on a different ship together? Are you meeting up separately?
Can I say for me, I maybe ended up in the same, I guess on the same ship, but was just mistaken for like, I don't know, pile of just random junk that nobody suspected of, like, oh, this, like, who put all this, like, shit here? And I just start rising from my from the pile of me.
You snuck aboard a ship and moved into the cargo hold and sat down amongst some crates.
Yeah.
And people just continued to pile things around you. Maybe Rusty does need to sleep. Maybe he didn't notice. Or maybe he didn't care.
Who knows? Find out. Stay tuned to find out more.
I guess. And Zoe, what about... So, Raro, I will say, and we established this last time, so three masks, I guess to give you guys a little bit more of the lowdown of it. Three Masks is a slip, which is a small land mass in the middle of the Wildsea. It's got a population of like 100 people, so it's not a big group. And Mothrin are incredibly rare amongst the population. It's typically Ardents, we said Ardents, Zelicrae, and Ironbound. Right?
Yeah. I mean, technically, I believe I'm a dead Mothrin, right? I'm anchored.
You tell me. Is that how that works?
I believe so, because an anchored is somebody who died, and it's
Right.
Begin.
Your body was claimed.
Yeah,
but your
very
soul
much dead.
refused to follow.
Yeah, so I'm the soul of a moth floating around.
That is terrifying.
Jeez.
I am the ghost of a moth here to haunt everyone and enjoy the pretty lights.
So you didn't go into the light then?
Well, we don't know how I died. I probably walked into a light I shouldn't have.
As one does.
Hazards. Why am I in hazards? Okay, sorry. I want to find this because I want to better understand what that means. Because, like, are you a ghost then, or is it like a shell of a Mothran?
I am in
implication.
a
Body.
spectral
the usual
soul
presentation.
given a
Oh.
solid form.
It's page 118.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's
first
all
of all,
learn anchored together, guys.
metal as hell. I love this. There we go. Anchored. Okay.
You know what makes a moth more fun? Death.
You know, I love when you do a PDF search for rulebook and the title of the thing is not searchable text. So even though I looked for anchored, it does not come up as something that, like,
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
it's great. It's wonderful. Even though anchored is in the description. What the come on. Is that of a soul of a once living individual attached itself to an object after their death. But what if an anchored was never living at all? An anchored character could be a genius loci. Oh, that's really fucking cool. So you get an object.
some of the
You get a solid object that your form basically, like, exists around.
You have a tether.
Yes.
Well, an anchor.
Yes, and I have... Where did I put it? I have it. A broken pocket watch.
A broken pocket watch that sits in a spectral pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So you're essentially just
I didn't
a
break
floating
it, I
pocket
swear.
watch.
Basically.
That is amazing.
Does it
I
still
am
tick,
anchored
though?
to-
It's broken, but does it still tick?
I feel like you can hear it ticking, but it doesn't actually move. The arms don't move.
Ooh, even better.
And Sam, yes, it is. It would basically almost be like a phylactery, but instead of the soul being held within the object, it's like it seems like the soul, like, grasps on and exists around the object.
Yeah, it's just a cursed item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And because I'm also still, given a solid form, I can hold the pocket watch.
Yes,
So
yes, in your ghostly hand.
my
Your
ghostly
ghostly
little
hand.
moth mitt.
that is terrifying.
That's what scared the lemurs away.
So how does Raro, like? Do you walk? Do you float?
I like to imagine that I walk. I do have, like, mothy wings, but my feet are kind of wispy looking, and you can't see them actually touching the ground. Because, I got little bug feet.
Well, the good thing is most people would, be looking at your torso anyway. So who cares about feet?
Some people care about feet.
Some people. This is the internet. Anyway, that's wicked. Okay. Jesus. Should have read more of these. Anyway, okay, so that still doesn't fully answer the question then. So how did Raro get here? What is Raro doing, like, ahead of the meeting?
I'm not too sure what I'm doing. Because don't remember how I died. I'm very nervous all the time. So I'm probably just, like, pacing around, and I've probably just attached myself to this pile of junk that I'm hanging out with.
Oh, good. Also, Hillary just made a great joke in chat, which is a ghost that is just a torso and up is a disembodied spirit.
I was trying to listen seriously to how Rero got there, and then I read that. And
Yep. Illusion broken. Thank you, Hillary. We very much appreciate you.
This ghost has no bottom.
So then was Rero basically on the boat, or was the attachment when Rusty got to port?
I'm gonna say it was probably on the boat when Rusty showed up. I'm like, friend? I've been alone for so long.
Attracted to the ghostly glow inside Rez-T's chest.
Underneath all the junk that he's covered with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is. Don't Ironborn they glow?
Yeah, you probably have a light on you.
Yeah,
They typically do.
It's in there.
Where is it?
Ah, well.
there's the mechanical ones that are kind of like put together, and then there's the spiritual ones that kind of self-assemble.
You got anything shiny and eye-catching on you?
I do have a bottle cap for a nose. What is that? Either. Yeah, no, it's probably that, or yeah, just I guess like maybe like little bits of like I don't know, have a staple hanging somewhere.
I was going to say just particularly shiny wooden planks.
Yeah.
I've just been like...
Whenever the
Or
light
shiny
catches it,
wooden
I'm just...
planks.
Excuse me.
Yep. Alright, fine. Then either
Just
way...
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, just I imagine too. Just looking, it's like, oh look, a floating pocket watch. Oh wait, there's a ghost.
Yes, the Mothrin swims into view as she gets closer to you. Or sorry, is Rero a she or a he?
A she.
Okay.
With a beard.
I mean, does gender matter if you're dead?
I mean, you should still respect Rero's pronouns.
Probably. It's a practical question. I'm just asking. Anyway, so the Ghost's gonna have gender. Yes, of course. Thank you, Bellamy. So the ship carrying Rusty and Rero, gets into port. Probably a little bit ahead of the meeting time, I would assume. Whir and Cactar, neither of you eat either, so it's not like anybody's kind of leaving the... Zoe, what is your cat doing?
Harassing me, because that's all they do.
As they should. Oh, hey Layla, how's it going? So neither of you eats, so it's not like you're getting off the ship to go have breakfast or anything. So did anybody have anything they wanted to do ahead of the meeting? We'll say it's going to be like mid-morning, probably at the square in front of the giant badger skull. Oh, right, I guess I should again describe the island for the two people who are just showing up, because why wouldn't I? There is a giant fuck-off badger skull on the one side of town that has smoke coming out of its eyes. That's really all you need to know. Again, it's a slip. It's a small space.
We ignored it. It wasn't...
Are there any other
we
books
ignored it.
lying around? I would like to look at more books.
No, there's no more books lying around.
I'm going to make my my direct delivery early in the morning. I had a few that were direct, so I'm going to make those before we have our meeting, but otherwise nothing to do.
The more I think about it, the more I think those papers are a lot like books. We could throw them into the trash as part of the festival.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna memorize this soon, but for now, Gotta remind Cactar one more time. This will be delivered.
So you keep saying.
Okay. You run around.
Fine, I'll find my own books. Sorry.
Make your deliveries. The lovely people are just like, oh, thank you. We really appreciate all that you do.
Turn around, swing the hammer, and say, happy to help.
Take a chunk out of each of the front of their properties. Yep.
Cactar waits at the street.
Yep. Oh, my lintel. Anyway. Okay. Resti, Raro, did you guys care to do anything before the meeting?
I mean, I guess with our newfound friendship, I guess just, I don't know, probably explore this island that we've kind of stumbled upon. So
there's not much to explore. It takes probably about 20 minutes to kind of do a quick circle of the place. It's basically an open air market where it looks like the most of the people hawking goods and whatnot live in the backs of wherever their stalls are. As you pull up, the sound on the ship would have been incredibly loud due to not only the engine noise from the chemical engine, most likely, that drove the chainsaw that pulled your ship across the top of the Wildsea, mixed with the loud rustling of the wind through the tree leaves and the branches as they moved back and forth, smacking the sides of the ship. And as the engine was cut and you pull into port, the sound is replaced by just a lot of chatter, sizzling of food. You can smell mushrooms being cooked, and smell kind of probably something akin to like sweat from workers on the docks. Yeah, you hear a lot of people. As you kind of go through your once around, you notice a small tavern with a sign out front named Pulaski's. It's not far from the docks. The overlook house that you see right in the center of town, which is basically right near your meeting spot. And beyond that, the giant fuck off badger skull that I mentioned, with some smoke coming out of it. Otherwise, the place is full of just stalls and small houses and such.
If you'd like to visit the tavern, I'd suggest you do it before we all get together. Just.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming I don't eat or drink anything either, and I don't know what the...
Yeah, but you can still partake if you want.
I mean, I'll at least go for the ambiance. Maybe take a spoon or fork to add to myself if I find a nice one.
Are there a lot of mushroom people around here? Is it weird that they're cooking mushrooms?
No. So again, the population is mostly like
okay.
In terms of demographics, you're probably the most people you're seeing are Ardents. Second most would be probably Zelicray, so spider people, and then third would be Ironbound. And they're not like, they're probably decently disproportioned. Like vast majority is Ardent. Second highest group is probably Zelicray because they're about the same size, so not really taking up too much space. Ironbounds are huge, so like, fuck. They're you can't really cram as many of them into the same amount of space.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, but there's no mushroom people. At least none that you've seen.
Okay, zero mushroom people.
Do ghost people need to eat?
Why you gotta ask me this kind of question? I don't care right now.
I mean, if you do, I would I would just sit there and watch as food just falls right through you into just.
No, I'm
on the
solid.
No,
floor.
but again, yeah,
I'm
she's got
solid.
she's got a corporeal form because of the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never
she
mind.
can just like
I can be
Make it-
solid.
make it form and disappear at will.
Yeah, I do have a problem maintaining it.
So there is actually a specific aspect that you could have taken to not need to eat, drink, sleep, or breathe as part of the anchored origin. So to me, I guess I should check the Ironbound too, if that's something that...
I just had it up here. Hold on. Ironbound. Here we go.
Doesn't look like they have a specific...
What? You could have taken Attenuate. Your animating spark can leave your body for a short time, becoming ghost-like and insubstantial, but still capable of movement.
I did.
That's super cool.
I did take that one. Or it was like one of the options I got there. Pretty sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That doesn't really suit Whir.
No, I don't think it does. Anyway, what were we doing? You guys were going into Pulaski's, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
All the mushroom people are hiding. Yeah, because all they eat on this island is mushrooms.
It's people.
The mushrooms are people.
Oh god, they're just keeping a bunch of Gao like hidden underground. They're just slowly growing them to then chop them up and eat them.
I mean, we
They
haven't
might
checked
be.
out the Badger Skull.
I don't. No, we're not turning this into like the island or some shit. Okay, this is not how this is going. No, it wouldn't be Soylent Green because, like, in that instance, the people are killed and then turned into food. I'm talking about taking the Gao, keeping them chained up somewhere, growing them, and then taking bits of them off to eat them. So they're basically an infinite food source. You don't kill them to the
Oh,
So you're
that's
farming
much
people
worse.
to eat their limbs?
That's the idea you guys suggested.
Don't let me in with these guys.
Yeah, I was going with Soylent Green personally.
I was just talking about eating mushrooms.
It's just. Thanks. I love that I'm the worst person at this table. Anyway, pub. You're going into the pub. I'll try and expedite this a little bit because we went there last time. I know you guys weren't there, but anyway, just so that nobody else gets bored. It's a big kind of airy room. Not like massive by any means, but the things that kind of stand out are the fact that there is a bar, which is not huge. It's got a bunch of axes hanging up on the wall behind it. A number
There's
of the
people
walls
sitting and reading.
a number of the walls are lined with bookshelves. And a lot of the patrons in there, which there's not many, there's a couple. It's morning, so people are working at the docks, and there's not a lot of ships in port right now. But the few people that are in there are drinking tea, actually, and reading books.
Mushroom tea?
Yeah, it is.
Something fishy's going on here.
Slow brewed mushroom tea. There's no fish up here. What are you talking about?
Some fungals going on up here.
Yeah. So you step in again. We'll say that there's 4 people sitting around. There's an ardent. There's 2 ironbounds sitting in a corner. They're not sitting at a table. They're kind of just sitting on the ground in the corner. And there is a Zelicray in another corner around the books. There's also a Zelicray behind the bar, polishing an amber mug.
Ah, my good friend Pulaski.
Put away all the glasses.
Still polishing those axes, though.
I would assume also as the two of you walk in, his eyes settle on Rero, and do not leave Rero.
Wow.
This is the dynamics that we bring to our group. That and arson.
Good old arson.
Okay,
Must
see
love
ya.
fire.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we'll take a brief seat down, or sit down somewhere at least. Kind of enjoy the ambiance of the tavern, and I'll look for just any shiny objects I could find that I could just attach to myself.
Sorry about that. Yes, so... Oh, shit.
Gonna just walk into the bar and immediately start stealing things, huh?
Sorry.
Well, I mean, if no
Could
no
be
one's
worse.
using it, I'll
So... God.
Could walk into the bar and immediately start breaking things.
And then subtly threatening the owner.
Yeah. Not even saying anything,
Yeah, it
too.
sounds like
Just standing there.
Is the
Sound
owner the
awesome.
person looking at me?
Yes.
Is
Well-
it a threat if he doesn't know what kind of a whatchamacallit artifact it is?
Yeah, I mean, double barrel shotgun is pretty much unrecognizable at this point.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm so sorry. The toddler brings home some kind of sickness, and suddenly I can't stop sneezing. So, the ambiance of the place, since you've mentioned it, it smells of, kind of like typical must of, an antique bookstore. Smells a little bit oily, too, from, leather in the chairs, or whatever be kind of used to keep the books happy. Yeah, smells like tea. Otherwise, it's fairly quiet. Like I said, again, everybody's kind of reading, so you hear the shuffle of pages, maybe the sip of tea, and just the squeak, squeak, squeak of the rag in the mug.
I imagine I'm not the most quietest of an ironbound, as as I'm just shuffling my way in here.
As your hinges just squeak as you seat yourself on the floor. Also, you mentioned shiny stuff. There's not really anything shiny in here. Maybe there's some kind of gold leaf on some of the covers of the books.
And those axes.
There are the axes, which are behind the bar, which are behind the Zealocray. They are very
Let's
shiny.
go with the axes.
I will
Yeah, that's pretty nice too.
wander to the bar and try to order some tea.
The Zealocray kind of looks at you. Hasn't stopped looking at you since you came in, I guess. Goes, Miss? Sorry, you're looking for tea?
Yes.
Alright, you're gonna have to give it a couple of minutes. He flips on the kettle, starts warming the water. So, Mothrin, you must have come in off a ship.
Yeah, there was a ship.
That's okay. You okay? And he's kind of looking, following your eye line, trying to figure out what you're staring at.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You wouldn't
I'm
be
not nervous at all.
Wouldn't be hoping for my axes there, would you?
No.
His like forearms kind of stretch out, and you can tell that like there are 4 axes on the walls, and thus he probably wields all 4 of them. Well, this has been a pleasant conversation, and the kettle starts to whistle. So he pours you your tea. It's kind of like, all right. He holds out his hand, waiting for some scratch.
Nervously reach into my bag. Do I have money?
So typically it's expected PCs probably carry at least a little bit of scratch, because that would be how you would need to barter.
I don't see where I find if I have money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's not really a. It's not really like a quantified thing, Zoe, where it's like, you don't have like 100 scratch or whatever. It's mostly trading bits and pieces for other bits and pieces.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a fully barter economy. So
Okay.
at least, especially at the start of an adventure like this, you just pull out a handful of shit, basically. Broken stuff, nails.
So if I pulled out some leaves, would he accept those?
Probably.
I'll pull out a couple leaves from my pouch. Put them in his hand.
You're really in character there. Okay.
And I'll go to take the cup of tea. I'll spill a little bit.
He kind of stares. He's just like, "Well, are you gonna tell me what these? Oh, you're already going. Okay." Kind of like puts them under the bar.
Yeah. For context, they are hallucinogenic leaves. I have just some of those.
Great. That's normal. That's totally normal.
Yeah.
I was like, you're paying with leaves, on an island in an ocean of trees.
Yep.
This
I
is
was
like me
just
going to a
thinking
port
that too.
town and paying someone with a glass of water.
Yep.
Yeah, I just put a couple hallucinogenic leaves in that man's hand and took my tea and wandered off.
Good leaf.
And
That's
told him
most
nothing.
ironic.
You know what? He's a spider person, so if anybody can deal with hallucinogenic leaves, it's probably them. Literally a hive mind of spiders. Have I mentioned how great this game is? Like, who comes up with these fucking ideas? Anyway, okay, 2 of you are sitting now. You're enjoying your tea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's very funky.
I'm just gonna stare across, be like, "Can I take your spoon afterwards? It's all right." I'm assuming there's a spoon with the tea.
Of course.
Thanks. Hold on, let me. Stick around. Just right there. That should do it.
I feel like it's got to be a wooden spoon, though.
You don't think they're
I mean,
giving us
still
the
something
nice
I can-
silver?
Well, no, of course not. Like, metal is rare, right? Wood is at least plentifully available constantly.
I mean, he'll still take a scrap of it or something. He might use it for, I don't know. Might use it for payment later.
Yeah, it's totally fair.
I'll drink the tea, and when I'm done with my tea, I'm going to shove the empty cup in my beard.
Yep, you can do that. You now have a chipped amber mug in your inventory.
Perfect.
See, this is why we're friends. We each have a thing where we just store stuff onto ourselves.
High five.
And we'll say that the Zelicrae, Rero is sitting with their back to the Zelicrae, because the Zelicrae is still watching you, like, constantly
I
the whole
just
time.
sit it back to him and then just went.
I don't know where the mug went.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Or are you just sitting and enjoying your tea and picturing Res T just sitting there, like slightly drumming on the table, just looking around, like, books?
I mean, that and probably as a new friend, I'm just explaining different stories of like, well, I got this one off of like this one ship where it was just like, they had spatulas. I had to get myself a spatula, and this one, this is just garbage. But I kind of like the garbage, and it looked like good garbage, so I just attached it.
It's all about the aesthetic, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, eventually, unless anybody wants to do anything else, I'm assuming you're gonna eventually get up and leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. As you make your way through the door, you hear the Zealocrate call out back to you, just like, "Wait a minute, my mug! Oh, shit."
I don't have anything.
You're already back on the street.
Yeah, I bump my shoulder into the door on the way out, but I keep going.
Bump your shoulder, the mug falls out, breaks on the floor. No. No.
My mug.
But then you have pieces of a mug, but that's fine.
I put each
Which are
piece in
still
my
good
beard.
for barter, it turns out.
Okay. So then I guess this is we're gonna do the meetup scene. Because then we can let you guys play a little bit together, and I don't have to keep ignoring Mike and Nick.
It's okay. This is more like the amount of talking I expected to do when I made this character.
Totally fair. Anyway, so Res T and Raro come walking back down the street, working towards the town square, out front of the Overlook House. And you're approaching, I guess, I don't know if you would have been expecting the two people that you're seeing. But we'll let Mike and Nick tell you what their characters look like.
You want to go first this time, Mike?
Sure. So, one of the two figures is just this hulking cactus with an enormous fuck-off hammer that he is, leaning on. On his hip is a double-barrel shotgun. He also has a swarm of bees surrounding him and, veins of amber, scattered across his body.
Nice.
And no face, right?
No, there's no face.
Right.
He's vaguely humanoid.
Mm.
It's just smooth where the face would be,
Well, spiky.
I guess.
Ooh.
How does Cactar talk?
That's a good question.
It comes out of somewhere.
Yeah. Oh well.
With the tall cactus is an also fairly tall and bulky ironbound, mostly kind of large planks and large pieces of driftwood, kind of literally bound together with strips of iron, but also kind of fraying rope and things like that. One arm is kind of charred and burned, so it's a lot smaller. One leg is below the knee, an anchor, a plow anchor though, like one of the, with the spade on the end. And his head is a Fresnel lens from a lighthouse with two curling goat horns on it. Also, he has words and stuff carved and burned onto various planks on his body.
I love
And he's got a little badge.
Oh yes, that's right. Little word bearer badge.
Because he delivers.
That's also carved or nailed onto his chest.
Okay. Yes. So these are the two people you walk up to see. I mean, they're at the meeting space at the allotted time. So you can very quickly assume that they must be who you're looking for.
Ah, well, when you look at that, another Ironbound, and also his cactus plant. Oh wait, nope, sorry, my bad. I didn't recognize the figure. Hello, I'm Rusty. Put her there as I hold out this hand that's just covered in just like the most random junk.
Hold it out to which one of us?
I'll say you for. Actually, no, I'll hold out both hands as if I'm like shake. Just
perfect.
Cactar will almost certainly grab the hand and just tug way too hard.
I imagine as you pull, this things are just starting to fall off my hand. Like, oh, geez, that's quite the grip.
I will also shake your hand and say, greetings. I am called Whir.
Whir.
You said
And
you
I'm
have like a
Cactar.
lighthouse on you, right?
The lens. So, like one of those it's a lens that's made of, what's it? It's like an interference lens or something. It's got like ridges in it instead of being shaped a certain way.
Yeah, it's a Fresnel lens. You were saying that last week.
Yeah.
So also,
Stare at it.
briefly,
It doesn't light up unless something's shining behind it.
I'm still waiting for it to light up.
Chris, how tall is Ruz T?
I want to say at least like a maybe 5'10" roughly.
Okay, so currently we have 7 foot tall Whir. We have like 6 foot tall Cactar. We have
I think he's probably closer to 7.
Okay, so
It just says you stand head and
6'8".
shoulders above most others.
Okay, we'll say like 6'8", 6'9", Cactar. Then we have like 5'10" Ruz T, who is a solid amount shorter than them, and I'm assuming Rero shorter than Ruz.
Just a little
Wow,
moth ghost.
I'll say I did not expect the extreme height difference.
I'm just picturing Whir having to like bend down to like look at Rero.
Just kind of squat in front and you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm Rero.
Greetings.
Hi.
We have a ship. I'll kind of gesture towards the docks. Get up, maybe slowly start walking.
I will
I have
have
a
my
mug.
hammer over my shoulder and spin around and start walking.
Who gets clocked?
Well, nobody, because they're all too short.
Immediately hits.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just whiffs like past us.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah, they leave.
It's okay, Rusty, because accept a short king status. It's fine.
So, they lead you back to the ship, which is the Skeleton Key. I really wish I had a picture of this thing so that I could describe it. But I don't.
It's a chainsaw-based one, though, right?
Yeah, it's got a saw prow. It's a springwork engine. There's scales and a harpoon turret. So
there's definitely a bunch of scratches on the hull.
Yep, from where you ran it into the side of the dock, of course, to piss off the customs agent.
It wasn't. Well, I guess it was intentional.
Yep. So again, but it's small. So as the four of you climb aboard, it's. Well, I mean, two of you are fucking massive, so it definitely doesn't help. It starts to feel cozy already. The ship is, we see the web. Yes, we are, Callum. Thank you for coming. So the ship is, we'll say probably like 30 feet long, 35 feet long. It's not huge. It's not huge, right? Like, it's a small ship. Mm-hmm. The back, probably 10 feet of it is enclosed, which is where the actual wheel is located for driving the thing. It is a saw prow, as mentioned, so there's a giant kind of chainsaw head that sticks out at the front and goes underneath into the actual trees. Mike, you're looking like I should make the ship longer.
No, I was going to ask if we remembered to fuel up while we were here.
No, we...
Hey guys, did we fuel up while we're here?
We have not sought supplies yet. We do not have a destination yet.
Yeah, so small, suited for 2 to 4 people. Cramped but serviceable for double that. Ideal for a first ship. Sturdy one, which is good. What's our hull look like? Ceramic hull. Okay. Which is a shell of heavy baked clay. Ooh, ostentatious and brittle, unless very carefully maintained. So it basically, the hull of this thing looks like a big cup.
What are Rusty and Raro's jobs again? Like, why did we hire them on?
I'll let either they can have a specific reason. But the one that I was kind of going with was just that you guys just needed extra hands in order to make money and continue to live your cavalier lifestyles.
That's fair. I'm just curious what their kind of expertise,
skill sets are.
Yeah. What's the third part of your Mothrin anchored, and then what's the third thing? What did you take for your
Mesmer?
Mesmer.
Yeah.
Which one is?
So I'm small, which makes me, hard to hit. I am able to float and pass through solid objects.
It's useful.
Yeah.
Don't fall through the boat.
And I have a beard I can hide things in. And
she pulls the mug out.
Yeah. And I am very aware while I sleep. I more meditate than sleep, so I'm very aware of what's going on around us while I'm sleeping.
Nice.
Those are my skills. I'm not nervous at all.
I will have someone to talk with. Cactar doesn't sleep either, but Cactar doesn't talk much either.
Oh, I could take care of the talking. I don't sleep either.
Do you want some leaves?
Would they work on a sentient ship?
I don't know.
It doesn't eat.
Oh,
Sorry, before I let you guys do a lot more role playing, which I do want to do, I do just want to mention some more things about the ship because this is fun, and I'm currently in that part of the rulebook. So the ship currently has 2 bites, which are the ways that it propels itself. There's the saw prow, which we mentioned, which is the big fuck off chainsaw that slowly drags the thing through. But it's also got what are known as underscales. So the hull, the ceramic hull, is fitted with a whole bunch, like thousands of basically fish scales, which can be used to drag the ship. They flex and drag the ship like a worm, basically, almost to a certain degree.
perfect.
That's very cool.
And like move it through the treetop that way. Also, the engine is spring work, so you don't need to like fuel up necessarily. Your fueling up is basically spending a very long time cranking this thing by hand in order to store the kinetic energy necessary to run the fucking ship.
That sounds
That's probably what we
awful.
were doing overnight last night.
Yeah.
Yes, taking
Yeah.
turns winding the giant fucking thing.
And making sure that the lemurs haven't gotten out again.
Yeah, which they haven't.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. I try to miss. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, you guys can keep talking and interrogating your new crewmates.
I will have a leaf. I'm going to crush up the leaf.
I'll give him a leaf.
Do
So
Ectus,
Cactar just crushes it up in his hands and holds it.
yeah, do Ectus like absorb stuff through their skin?
Yes.
Oh, great. Then yeah, you're gonna start hallucinating.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, if you crush it, I'm gonna say yeah, probably. You would start hallucinating.
As he's smushing it into his hands.
Does that mean the bees are going to start making hallucinogenic honey? Isn't that like...
Roll a d20, Mike.
Oh, excellent. 17.
Great. I found a random table, and the thing that you rolled was you have inexplicably fallen deeply in love with a party member or character you normally don't get along with.
What do you not normally get along with?
Now, I know that kind of sits outside of Cactar's personality, so I'll let you reroll if you want, or play with it. It's up to you.
Wait, don't you have a problem with the lemurs? You had a problem
Yeah,
with the lemurs before.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking those lemurs. They're good guys.
Just sits
You know,
outside
they
the cage.
probably just want to come out of the cage a little bit more. I'm going to go let the lemurs out of the cage.
That is really considerate of him.
Cactar, we must wait till we depart. Otherwise, they will go ashore again.
Does that make sense to me in my current state?
I mean, it's up to you.
It's a pretty good argument.
You may watch them.
Just sits there
No,
cooing at the lemurs.
I think the best thing is to take us out to port quicker so I can let the lemurs out. I'm going to go get behind the wheel.
Great.
Well, I guess I should probably offer a gift too. Hold on, let me see what I could find on me. No. I pull. Here we go. I just hand like a pair of like rusty nail clippers, being like, I don't think that like qualifies as a gift, right? I'm pretty sure that's a gift.
Are you handing them to me or to Mike?
Well, I'm handing it to you since Mike already got the gift. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't know. Probably added something to you.
Thank you. What sailing skills do you have?
Okay,
Oh,
sorry
that's
guys.
a good question.
I gotta run to deal with baby for a second, so you guys keep going, and I will be right back.
Right.
Chris, what's your third? What's your
I really think we should let those lemurs out. Remember, I fixed the window.
Right. So my third thing is so Ironbound Rootless. I'm a slinger. So
Slinger. Oh, okay.
yeah, pretty good with guns, I assume. Bang bang,
Guns.
all that.
Bang bang.
Oh, maybe you should take watch then. So for sailing, we didn't really get into it. It was mostly as we were coming into port. But for sailing, there's 2 required positions. There's helm and watch. And then optionally, you can tend the engine, map things, look for an encounter. So that's basically like looking for either another ship or I think a place to land or like discover something or whatever. And then there's a weather.
Than watch.
Yes, it's listed differently. I'd have to go back into the detail, but on my my quick
I didn't read those
reference
in detail.
Yeah. Yeah. So you either get a choice, a challenge, which I assume is a failure. And then potentially you get a scene out of it. So I think this is like, hey, we're looking for something, we want to try and find it, as opposed to watch, which is like you have to do it, and the roll determines whether it's good, bad, or complicated. And then there's watching the weather, which I don't remember that there was really much. Anyways, so Cactar had been at the helm, Wur had been on watch, although we can talk about this. It might be worth having Wur do mapping.
Mm-hmm.
We do need a navigator.
You need a map?
And against my better judgment, I won't throw the map into the tank.
Yeah.
I have a map.
You have a map? Ooh.
I have a tapestry
Okay.
map.
That sounds humongous.
I have an old drunkard's log, which I don't know if that helps as much. Just happen to have it on me. Just
So we came in. Essentially, I had a delivery to make, but we were going to look for a job, essentially.
I thought we were here for the literary festival.
I think that was potentially a reason to stay. I don't know. I mean, we need a job either way. I think we were coming in for. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can give the rundown, but basically, the literary festival consists of throwing books into the thrash and then reciting what the books had in them.
It was like slam poetry, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't have books.
Nobody does, because the shipment of books that is required for this festival in order to have things to throw in has not arrived yet, and we have some rumors about the boat that would have been carrying the shipment nearby. We have a rumor about the last root quake potentially raising something interesting up a little ways away. We have an unfinished map of the region that might give us a rough location. And our job is to finish the map and bring it back to town, but there's all these other pieces associated with that, right? Am I remembering that right, Mike?
That's how I remember it. Yeah.
Okay.
It was, what's her name? The Iron Forge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Whatever that term is that you guys are. She had like a radius that she thought the event had taken place, and she was able to narrow it down with some of your help. And we were supposed to look at the rest of it, I think.
Yeah. So if we're setting sail, it probably makes sense to have one of us finishing the map. And I mean, we'd need to have somebody on watch, and then the last person could cover engine, weather, or maybe an encounter.
I think that sounds right.
I'll drive. And then I'm going to let the lemurs out. They're the best.
They really are. They very happily come tumbling out of the cage and start immediately like picking through the planks of wood, looking for bugs to eat.
I'm starting to think this wasn't a great idea.
They avoid the bees coming out of Cactar.
Okay, good. Then the lemurs are great. I'm going to take one up to the helm with me.
You doing a ride along with the lemur?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I didn't finish that physical part of the ship, I guess. So yeah, but the back like 10 foot is this enclosed space where the wheel is and the rest of the helm. And then it's basically just kind of a long, like 20-foot long prow of the ship. There's not really much more to it. It doesn't really need like a crow's nest or anything. It doesn't have any sails because it doesn't need wind. That's pretty much it. So you guys are heading for the location of the event that you had found, right? Or you had been kind of told about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and what was her name? It wasn't Lily. It was longer than that, but it was.
No, it was Old Spar Lisbeth.
Yeah.
Lisbeth, yes. Okay, so we have a journey ahead of us here. And some... we have a track to move through.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we got a progress track. So... at the helm. Okay. So, Mike, you're at the helm, right?
Yep.
Cool. So, it does state that you have to rotate that out. So,
well, we'll let him drive while he's high.
Yep.
And then as he's coming
Of
down.
course. As you do.
You can drive under the influence.
Great. As you do. So, Mike, if you are driving first, the way that this works. So I'll just be honest with you. We're dealing with a 4-node track. So this place is not super far, but it's a decent ways, right? So we got to move through 4 steps in order to potentially get there. And Mike, since you're at the helm first, you get 3 options. You can choose to cut a path, which is basically trying to move quickly. So cut a path, travel at a decent speed while keeping the ship and crew as safe as possible. You give whoever is on watch a good chance of spotting oddities early. You can forge ahead, which is faster, but you give yourself you give yourself away a little bit more. And your person on watch gets a penalty because you're moving so fast. Or you can choose to drop anchor, which stops the ship, obviously. And you have a bit more of an advantage when you're doing your watch rolls. And you can do other things like ship repair and stuff like that. Type prow, might find the thickest bronze, yada 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 yada. So here we go, I guess. So Cactar positions himself at the helm. The ship starts to back up out of port, and then as he swings it around and guns the engine, the ship begins to roar, splintering the branches directly underneath and carving a path through the top layer of the Wildsea. It starts to smell like leaf pulp and bark as the engine rips through the layer. And yeah, so I guess the first decision of this entire journey, Mike, is yours. How do you want to move?
I'm going to drop anchor.
You gonna drop anchor?
Absolutely. That way I get to spend more time with my lemur buddies.
Okay. So you get to do a montage. You don't get a check mark on the box. And the other crew gets to keep watch.
Yeah, we don't have undercrew, so it's still got to be one of us.
Pretty much.
Unless we're going to train the lemurs.
I can keep watch.
Sorry, it just says everybody keeps watch for danger, but nothing else is rolled.
Okay.
Scary for us rolls, determine the level of potential threat.
So montage is preparation. I mean, I guess this is where we can talk about how we're going to approach the mapping and, you know, fill in Raro and Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Get your montage going while I roll what's going to happen to you guys.
Montage time.
Oh, geez, right.
Okay. I'll roll out the map that Lisbeth gave us, and kind of point to the area that she circled, and I'll say, we spoke to an old sailor who talked of some new point here, and Lisbeth, who gave us this map, also had correlated information. If we can chart what's there, I imagine our reward would be substantial. Not to mention what may come to the surface there.
Oh, be down for a good reward. Let's alright, let's follow this thing through.
Yep.
Raro, what
Yes.
is it you gave to Cactar?
Leaf.
His behavior with the lemurs is unusual. Do you see that window there? And I'll point to, like, the sealed up.
Sealed up.
Hammered over, yeah, crunched window. That is the result of his typical interaction with the lemurs.
Huh, I thought that was just part of the ship.
So Leaf made him more pleasant.
Perhaps.
Would you like a leaf?
I have nowhere to put it.
Oh.
Well, you could always stick it on yourself like I do. Just stick some things, eventually. You always have it with you.
What about some sporific draft?
What is that?
It's
Is it a
not
drink?
super clear, but yeah, it's like a it basically drugged water, I guess.
So just all drugs, basically.
You're just a whole pharmacy.
Pretty much.
It seems to be so. A sporific draft is any drink or liquid medicine containing a drug or agent that induces sleep.
It makes total sense to me.
How does that work on the Ironbound?
I am concerned about rust. While I appreciate your generosity, do you have anything oilier?
Oilier.
I have this mug, but it's empty. Or I have the map. Do you want the map?
Oh, yes. What is your map?
I have a big tapestry map.
Okay.
I have no information on what of, though. I
want it to be like a classic treasure map, like dotted line through all the dangerous things, and then the X at the end.
And just like an X.
But on a tapestry, so someone had it hanging in their building.
Yeah. Yeah, it just says a tapestry map. I have no other information. So I assume...
Arguably, is this a resource that you took?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think arguably the idea is when we want to boost a roll or something, we kind of use or burn a resource. Yeah. So maybe we can use it. Maybe we'll find that it lines up with some of the things we discover as we go along.
Yeah.
Okay. My baby is not going down, so I have a choice to make, and I think we have a choice to make. So I can try and go and get her down again, and you guys can keep going with the montage, and we can see if it works when we come back, or we can stop. I'll leave that to you guys.
Timing-wise, I'm good to call it. We wouldn't clear that much more if you're taking a few minutes and coming back. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good point because we've kind of gotten the team all together. Everybody's up to speed. We have something like a plan, albeit
everyone
uncooperative.
knows what's in my pockets.
Of course.
And beard.
Okay. Then, I think we'll call it there for the moment then, gang. Sorry. We're gonna figure out how we deal with our ship faring for next time. I think next week, though, we're going to switch up and we're going to play something different, which is Blightfall for the creator of the game, specifically. More info to come. But then we'll probably return to Wildsea the week after, which will be December the 10th. So, mark your calendars. Or don't. Just wait till I yell at you and come back and watch. But, this was another fun session of Wildsea. This game is awesome. It feels really good. Cool. So, thanks again for watching. You can find us at Corporate Crash Course on YouTube and Twitch, or CCC RPGs on Instagram and Twitter. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.